Good morning. So, we spent a month, I think, in Path of Exile. So, it's back to our regular schedule with some Card Hunter. Got a level 7 adventure going on here, I think. New items all around. Too bad I lost this. I told my pizzas to join this to get the bonuses, and then I played like 2 games.
Yes.
It's very hard for both the player and GM. We will be watching closely Begin Adventure. Frosty Battles.
Ambush!
Disarm. I'm guessing the ice does something annoying. Wait a minute. No, it seems. Oh, right, they can throw. Throw. I need to remember how we played this game. And this is melee, so we wait with his walks. There's a little bit of range, so I guess we walk over here. Perhaps not. Perhaps we walk over here to be hidden out of sight. Should be able to attack him from there, right? Yeah. He's able to attack me as well. I can't run all the way over there. It would have been nice. Oh, yeah, I can. That's a run. I guess I'll wait on that. Go there in the end, so we'll sap. He probably can't move again. Let's see. Let's sap this dude. Okay, 5, eh? If I should start some music in this game. Some background going on. And since they are ranged, going there seems like a horrible idea. Could just walk over on the other hand. Should have fire sprayed. Oof. Should be able to heal. No, I was thinking of moving over here. No. Doesn't seem like it. Maybe over here? Let's try. Oh, it works fine. Yes. Biggest this hill? 5. Yep. Oh, I can end the round now. Save these for a buff. Potential buff the next time, as long as I survive. Yeah, and I should survive. This should be working out in my favor, perhaps. Oh wow. That's a perfect place for fire. Is that what I want to do? Go over there and just fire? Yeah. Look at that, I can hit all of them. Hit all of them. Woo. It's the best hit I've had by far. Fire. I don't have any heals. So what we do is... Both of these have attacked, right? No? Seems like it. Yes. Oh, I can... Step 1 and do a penetrating attack. I don't have to use that quite right now. What health does this have? 8. Ooh, so many things to think about. So he has 8 here. I've got 8 damage in these, but he probably has some defense, right? You can just do the bludgeoning. Huh? He did run away. Since he's on fire, you can do a long spark on him. Oh, and you have to attack and then move? No, step 1 and then attack. 4 damage. One of those guys, probably. Or I just run and then attack. Can't decide. We're here, probably. And before he runs away... Oh, he passes. Is that 6? You can't block. Oh, can I reach him? I can. Perfect. That's really good. Then we do the long spark on him. He dies. And we just do... Do I save some attacks? can run and try to surround them, I guess, since I can't kill. Wait, oh, I can kill one dude.
Yeah.
Almost forgot. Almost forgot. Here I might as well end the round. Step 1. What does that mean? I attack first or lunge thrust? Yeah. So I guess I'll do that. Oh. And he is dead. Alright. That went well. Level 6 uncommon weapon. Lunge, 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 and lunging hack. I mean, we get a lot of movement, but not a lot of damage. Wait, what's this? Oh.
Oh.
Or trogs.
Duh.
Can we just call them spears? Guessing the water is no fun. Ooh. Nice. Bungle bolt. Right. This. Ooh. Whenever you roll for a die for armor, add 1 to it. Ah. So close and so far away. Did I run over there just to do some tanking? Maybe in back up when I go over here.
Yeah.
I think that's close enough for the big sap. No, it's not. Oh, hello, Node Runner. He shows up and says, I never installed GNU Linux. Is that like an, if I remember correctly, Unix was spelled with CKS in the early days. But you've never installed. No, why not? Linux is great. I highly recommend it. It's a quote from Richard Stallman, a bit of a meme. I haven't read a lot of Stallman. Richard. It's a bit of a meme, eh? I mean, installing GNU sounds weird. So I'm guessing since you're doing Stallman quotes, then you have installed something at least.
Huh.
Actually, I'm gonna do gonna make a Manjaro install a day or two. Since I have an aunt who has never owned a computer, doesn't know anything about computers. And NixOS. I remember NixOS. I've heard that name before. I'm guessing playing this should be okay. Wait.
And the other thing is that a beginner shouldn't be installing operating systems. Go to a user group and find someone who loves installing the system to help people. I've never installed GNU/Linux. I never saw a point in learning how. There was always someone I could ask to do it for me who already knew how and who wouldn't make any mistakes. I've never installed GNU/Linux.
Okay, that was kind of fun. Yeah, and I have a beginner, like, not in installing Linux. And she has never touched a computer. So I was thinking, yeah, Manjaro. Manjaro seems like a fine idea. I was actually considering giving her an Arch installation. Something like this, you know, with like my installation. It looks like this. Can't click, can't do anything. With Manjaro, I mean, Manjaro is quite simple. And I just prepare or do some customizations for her for the things she needs. Like Netflix and stuff, I guess. Frog Wizard. He seems the most dangerous. And I can't shoot at him. Damn it, he's out of range. NodeRunner says that Elementary OS might be good if they like the Mac look. Yeah, I know. I've heard about that, and there's others as well. But again, this is an old person. But she's in her 60s soon, and she's never owned a computer. She doesn't know anything about them. She just like 2 years ago, 1 year ago, she got a smartphone, and it's been an overwhelming experience for her. I was thinking, like these phones where you only have like a button for every number to call. Like you have one emergency button, one number to your daughter, and one number to your significant other or whatever. Something super simple. I was thinking of doing an Arch installation where there is nothing but just the things that she needs, and she can only click those things. But then I convinced her to at least go for Manjaro installation. No. I'm doing Manjaro since I'm doing Arch. Ooh, is that a knockback from me? Since I'm doing Arch, my life becomes easier. Since I've been living in Arch for quite a while now, it becomes way easier for me to fix any issues. It's just me being lazy. Also, it's since I'm giving her the computer and it's a shitty computer, I need a lightweight thing to make it work. Node Runner says Arch Manjaro will occasionally break. I have problems with Xorg and Display Manager breaking after an update. Yeah, I remember that happened like a year ago for me as well. I haven't been on Manjaro for I think I haven't used Manjaro in 2 years. This game looks like chess with playing cards. Yeah, feels a little bit like it. Wait, what? Strong stab, he just killed me? Holy crap, I'm screwed. It feels a little bit like those tactics games. Well, that's it. I'm losing this round. That is for certain. This is not a slow computer. Oh, well, the computer for her, it's like very slow. It's a terrible computer. It was... my parents had like 3 old laptops that they showed up with. Oh, I'm gonna take these to the... toss them out, get rid of them. I said, what? Wait, what? Why? No, they're old. We haven't used them in years, and they've just been lying there for years. I said, let me have a look at them. Seems like such a waste. Then I tried 2 of them. The third I couldn't start up. But it's like, was it? First of all, it's super old. I don't remember the specs of it. I'm guessing like 4 cores, 2 gigs of RAM or something like that. If you're super interested, I could go get it. I can double check, but I think... Damn, I should have saved that card, I think, now. I don't think this is gonna go well for me. This dude is my main guy, and they just kill him in 1 hit. Something. And not a single attack from here. But I mean, I tested it out with my Arch install. Could start YouTube. It's just gonna be a media player, probably just gonna be a media player. $13 out of 17, so that's 4 straight goals. bungle bolt on this dude. I think. Yeah. But so these 3 computers, the one I tested, and it was like I couldn't start Firefox on the first one, so that one is nope. That one is getting thrown out. Even had to look up like an old 32-bit system. Like something I'm not very good at computers, but I had to look up like a specific. The normal Arch wouldn't install. This seems like a mistake. I regret my decision. Oh, he passed. Nice. It felt good, you know. She finally got to the point in her life where she decides that she needs a computer. And I just had a thought about it. It's that, well, if you're completely new to computers, then Linux is the best, isn't it? Can you make a super... I mean, if you have to learn from scratch, you might as well learn the best, right? And Manjaro, I find Manjaro super easy. Guessing I need to do this. It didn't take a single damage. Uh-oh. Fast. Node Runner says, if it was my computer, I would install a lightweight distro, yeah. Like Alpine, Arch Linux, or Void Linux with a lightweight tiling. With a lightweight tiling window manager like i3. But since it's a new user, I would suggest a system with long-term support, like Ubuntu with a lightweight window manager like LXQT. Actually, I had been thinking lightweight as well. But now that you say it, doing a LTS, a long-term support, so it doesn't break, so I don't have to go over and fix it, just keep it working. That's actually a good recommendation. I'll have a think about that. Yeah, I am running Arch Linux with Spectrum WM. It's in the same style as Suckless or Xmonad window manager. It's my first, I don't know if I want to call it tiling dynamic. It is tiling, but very easily do floating stuff with it if I wish. I'll take a step back. What's that? Issue is when I take the step over here, he can attack me. But what if I try to bait him like this? See? Now, if I get lucky, I can kill this dude. They will kill my dwarf wizard here. As soon as I do my attack, they're gonna do an attack. Probably will live and I can take a step back. That's so unfair. Like I have my attack that deals 5 damage to a dude with 4 health. And it takes 0 damage. There's no way. Ooh, purging strike. Oh, hello, Banana Waffle Monkey. Just speaking of taking 0 damage, my Righteous Fire character is borderline immortal now. But I also do 0 damage. Oof. That's rough. But how far in maps have you come, Banana Waffle Monkey? I need to go in. I was looking at my other Path of Exile characters, but they're all in Void League now, so I can't play them. I didn't manage to kill 0, so now I don't know what to do. I've been thinking going back to one of my old characters just to do the level 84, so red maps, says Banana Waffle Monkey. I mean, if you can do red maps, then you do a little bit of damage, I'd assume. I'm thinking that maybe when the league ends, built for clear, not single target. Yeah. My character was a bit similar, I guess. I'm literally in an elder fight right now as I'm typing this. Oh, that's fun. It's fun. Immortality is fun indeed. You've never installed GNU Linux, have you, Banana Waffle Monkey? %90 physical reduction, 2k life regen, 8.4k health points. Oof. Blind and feeble, 84 fire resists. And the flask, 20% less fire damage taken, I guess. Oof. And infused channeling. Oh, right, since you're channeling. Such an immortal dude. Guessing that this... Wait, that was purging attachment, but he still got to use his armor. I'm so losing this game. 25 to 50% block also. Nice. Multi-shot. All the fire. Fire! Finally. So let's run away. Gary passes. So oh, that's not what I wanted. So shuffle. Walk. And I mean, let's gamble this stuff. It is a card game after all. Still alive. No way to get behind him though. He's made his attack. What I do is that I step over here. Oh, Node Runner here gives the link to 15.ai. It's a machine learning text-to-speech program that uses voices from popular characters in media. Oh, cool. Is it using the new... What was it called again? There was some hype a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago, about the new... a new AI cool thing. I was gonna ask if it's part of that, but damn, I forgot to bless him. Well, text-to-speech. So, how does it use those voices? Does it simulate them? I'm guessing it simulates them. No. Oof. I'm alive. So we bless. Node Runner suggests giving it a try. It's quite easy to use. You can read about how it works here. Then he posts the link to about 15AI. I'm not quite sure what I would need a text-to-speech program though. Oops. I made it! I won! How the fuck did that happen? Just barely. It says it's purely a web app. Yeah, I got that, but in my personal use space. I have no idea why I would need text-to-speech program. I mean, I can check it out, I guess. Let's go over there. Oh, that's my caps on. Natural text-to-speech with minimal data. Oh yeah, there's probably... Oh, read this. Ad-free, nice. Commercial use. That's fine. And do you include a citation? I mean, the citation is, I'm right here. I mean, you can see it right here, right? That should be... It's sufficient. Nice. Oh god. Love me some open source. Love me some open source. So, since I'm not a very creative person, oh, waiting input. And it's my oh, pick a oh, right. Is this no? On it. Where do we pick a character? Here we go. Source. Oh, there's like a lot of them. What do I know here? Stanley Parable. You play that game? It's amazing. I'm actually right now. I'm doing the. There's an achievement. Don't start the game for 5 years. Actually, now that I think about it, I just need to check this. Stanley Parable 2015. It has been 5 years, hasn't it? Great game. It's
Hello world. Hello world.
family. What's board? Got to pissing off narrator. Hello world was a bit short.
Hello world. Stanley was bored and got to pissing off the narrator.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. What about... No, a little bit of Doctor Who. And we only got best modern Doctor. Tennant.
Hello world. Stanley was bored and got to pissing off the narrator.
Alright, this is super cool. Very well done indeed. Again, too bad I don't have a use case for it. Well, I mean, as you say, one could probably find some creative outlets to do this. Nodrunner wants to point out that these voices are generated with only a few minutes of audio from the original voice. A few minutes? Wait, isn't the whole point of AI that you need more than just a few minutes? Fine, what done? Double hearing pulse and a minor heal. Boots. Nodrunner says that he was thinking it would be cool to make a mod for a game where you replace the audio of a character with another voice. I mean, if there is no audio of the character, could give the game like you can probably say, like, I don't know, Final Fantasy VII. I've been thinking about replaying that. You can just take the script, put it in, give the character voices. Cantrip. Take another turn after playing this card. Ooh. What does this dude look like? Lunging hack. It's 2 damage. I like that better. What about you? What do you have? Dash. Rusty armor. Yeah, why not? Let's try that. Yeah.
Trap.
Nodrunner says that the Portal voices are quite good. Oh, I missed that completely, that they had the Portal voices. Like GLaDOS and the Sentry Turret voices the most. Nice. Yeah, I could imagine that would work out. So we are surrounded, eh? Wait, who did that? Oh, they're all Trug wizards. They all have a lot of range. Damn it. I'm guessing the plan is walking over here. No. Get over here. Banana waffle Waffle Monkey says that he's now sitting on a fully juiced metamorph. Oh, that's gonna take a while, I guess. Like, are you doing the... Did you get it in your map? Or are you doing a metamorph, like one of the... in the lab? Still haven't done one in the lab. Scarab in a map, yeah. No. Node Runner says, I'm just imagining a mod for Left 4 Dead 2 where a character model is replaced with Heavy from Team Fortress 2. Could also generate all the voice lines for him as well. There's so many cool stuff to do.
Yeah.
Damn it. Too far away for that. Probably reach this dude, I think. Waffle Monkey loves Team Fortress 2. Never gotten into it. Maybe that is a game that I've neglected and I can play. Probably. If I ever get that far. This was sad. Node Runner says that all of the Team Fortress 2 characters are fully voiced on 15.ai. Is that your site, Node Runner? Banana Waffle Monkey says I can't play Overwatch after being invested so much in Team Fortress 2. Even Miss Pauling and administrator, says Node Runner. Node Runner says he's not affiliated. He just thinks it's cool. And it is. It's super cool. Oh, I'm way too far away for that. I'm not doing a good job this run. I can do a weak strike. I kinda don't want to do a weak strike. Banana Waffle Monkey Anders, what is the objective of this game? Well, these are my 3 characters. It's a board game. A board game with cards. Every turn I get to do one of these things. Like, this is my mage. I can only do big saps in this range, but I can't hit anyone right now, which is very sad. This is my healer, and I've got no heals, so I'm about to die with my 8th health. But my objective is kill all these dudes. Trogs. No, they're not dudes. They're monsters, okay? They're monsters. We need to kill the monsters. That is the objective. and then we take turns. In return, I get to do something, and in return, they get to do something. And I've screwed up quite majorly because he has, she has taken like a lot of damage. Yes, these monsters have been attacking this one right here. 3 pot shots. He asked, is it PvP or AI? It is a PvP game. I think the main point of it is PvP. Right now I'm playing the campaign, and I'm thinking that I'll probably try out the PvP after I get wrecked here, or if I manage to win here somehow. Oh, Node Runner gives us a tip about another cool thing. It's called "This Person Does Not Exist." Exist, I think. .com, yeah. Oh, look at that. I'm trying out this Cirx search engine, and it doesn't find... Oh, here we go. There it is. Right there. Interesting, it finds a lot of... Oh, it was right here. How did I miss that? Must be blind. So it generates a random person. It looks like a photo, but it's not. This is not a photo. It's an AI. Don't panic. Oh, I love that Doctor Who quote. And I mean, since there are so many people in the world, it wouldn't surprise me if it looks like real people. That does exist, but it's not photographs. Node Runner says the future is crazy, dude. Yeah, just give it a few more years, and then the deep fakes, I think they call them, when they do videos with voices of people that say and do stuff that they didn't do. I mean, soon anybody can do it super easily. Banana Waffle Monkey says something in French. Ooh. I wonder, how do I translate stuff without Google? Can DuckDuckGo translate? Google Translate, Bing Translator, free online translator. In your pocket? No, that was... Oh, wait, here it is. We want French. And not into Spanish. We want it into English. This is not an anima. Oh, this is not anima. I'm guessing means life or something like that. Oh, right. Oh, of course, this is not a pipe. Should have recognized memory like a goldfish. To be honest, I just used the French line from that painting and then replaced the word pipe with the closest thing I know in Latin. An anima, it's life, right? Node Runner says startpage.com. It's a nice search engine. It's what he uses. Banana Waffle Monkey says, yeah, it means life or soul or something like that. Startpage.com. Haven't heard of it. Is it similar to the metamorph still isn't dead? Holy shit, how long have you been in there? That must be like 10 minutes ago. Oh. Node Runner is going to start talking in the third person, so it's easier to read. I don't know. I find it quite easy to read anyway. Or did I misread something? Banana Waffle Monkey says a good 5 or 10 minutes. So why did they create? As kids, we were taught not to touch stuff that doesn't belong to us. It's a good guideline. Why are... Alright. So what's the difference between this and DuckDuckGo? Oh, Node Runner said start page uses Google's research. Oh, nice. That is like Cirx. This one as well. This does a meta search, so it uses a lot of different search engines. It's probably the same idea, while DuckDuckGo makes its own search. Interesting. Learning new stuff. Weak strike while we can. I did no damage to him. Node Runner says, but without the search bubble issue and privacy problems. Exactly. That's the same thinking about Cirx. Like, since it's Banana Waffle Monkey says, I did no damage to him. Relatable. And it finally died. Congratulations. Or good job. Yeah, the start page. Since it's, I'm guessing since it's not you doing the search, but the start page, they have their own service doing the search for you without the search bubble problem. Filter bubble, I've heard them called, to be more broad, like filter bubble would be connected to your social media accounts and whatnot as well. Search bubble is where two people search the same thing and get different results. Yeah, I know. Search bubble, like, since Google adapts to you, and DuckDuckGo is the same. It doesn't. It has no data on you, so everybody gets the same results there as well. But then again, there are biases within searches either way, even if they don't have data on you. That's why I like the term filter bubble so much, because like the programmers have biases, right? So there are, I don't know if Google filters anything themselves. Probably. Like, we do know that Google has that problem. There's a lot of, well, I've heard a lot of people talking about that. Some people get demonetized, some people get taken down, and it's like political reasoning behind it. There are always biases. I'm thinking that if I survive this, it could be great. And moved away. I wanted to use this. Each point of damage, heal 1. Because I really need to heal. I split these dudes up. I can... This guy is gonna die. No, but again, the filter bubble term I like, because in Facebook you only get to see what your friends type and whatnot, you know? Node Runner says it's like you're living in a bubble just for you. Exactly. One problem is you could end up not being exposed to counter viewpoints. Exactly. Like if Google thinks you're a liberal and you search for something gun related, you would end up getting search result that only supports banning of guns. Whereas if you're conservative, it might be the opposite. And that's exactly what happens. And since we people, with the brain hurts, we tend to be like that anyway. Like people have that bias built into them already, that we prefer having a bubble. When we don't think about it, we prefer to have our opinions confirmed rather than learning new stuff. Information bias, says Banana Hawk. Exactly. So filter bubbles, if we don't think about it, don't like make the effort, and we get very easily get stuck. Oh, are you serious? I really wanted to attack this dude, but I didn't get an attack. Damn card games, RNG. Ooh, now I can attack him. Oh, but it's... Again, we were talking about this the other day. Well, I was ranting about it. That need people to take responsibility, break out of the filter bubbles or search bubbles. I mean, I heard someone talk about it like evolutionary. We didn't have that, like go back 100 years, 200 years. We didn't have that luxury that we couldn't pick and choose. We can choose who, like what people were in our speaking space. We could have people with our opposite ideas just show up and say something on the street or whatever, you know? We were more close-knit communities and people with... Now I have no idea what my neighbors think about anything. That's an urbanization thing as well, I guess. Not only internet thing. It's an urbanization thing, so maybe one would have to go even further back. We like to divide us into us and them. Node Runner says the most healthy stance is one in the middle, where you can see things from both sides and empathize. I'm not quite sure. With people and their viewpoints. Does that mean, do you have to be in the middle to do that? Does your viewpoints, do they matter? Being able to see things from both sides? Your viewpoint matter, or can anybody do that? I would guess that anybody can do that you don't have to be in a specific spot. But I'm not sure. It's more difficult for someone. Actually, I learned that about myself. I thought I was kind of in the middle, and that I kind of want to evaluate every idea on its own merits, not on which side it is. So I thought I was doing that. But then I saw this video where this guy said that the world tend to lean to the left right now. That is what he said. And I kind of felt like That's not my perspective at all. My perspective is that the world is starting to lean more to the right. And then I had this interesting realization. Let me just, Node Runner says, but instead we have a lot of extreme views that are emotionally charged, which is very divisive. I agree with that. I had this realization that this dude who made this video, he said that the world leans left. And I was thinking, everything ends up in a bell curve, right? But most people are in the middle, and we get, oh, you know what a bell curve is, I guess. Let me just, bell curve, just to show it. Wait, what? Here we go. Bell curve, a small one, but you know, this is a bell curve. Like we got extreme leftist, extreme rightist. And then most people end up like this. And what Node Runner is talking about, that we get more extreme views that are more emotionally charged and being divisive, is that we're flattening this curve. Have you heard that term before this year? Flattening the curve. But getting more extreme views would be like this gets shorter and these get longer. Like we get more and more people move to the sides. That's how people work. And what I was thinking is that if we simplify politics, it's a gross simplification saying that we are either left or right, since in some issues I tend to lean to where the people on the right leans, and to other questions I tend to lean to this side. But he made that broad statement, and that made me think, oh, that's so interesting. If this guy is like right here, then from his perspective, if he is not stuck in a filter bubble, or even if he is stuck in a filter bubble over here, search bubble, then from their perspective, the majority of people are to the left of them. Since he is right here, the majority of people are right here. So that made me think, that means I have to be somewhere right here, because I think that the world is tending to the right at the moment. So I've got to be over here somewhere, since it looks like, since the more people are to the right of me, the world looks like it's tending more right. Then when you look at the votes, it's almost like always 50-50, you know, when you look at political votes. So most people are on the middle. Node Runner says it depends on where you live. Like my state is left leaning. I don't think the whole world could be simplified to leaning left or right. Exactly my point. I mean, you have to do as Node Runner is doing. He's probably looking at the statistics, right? He doesn't go by emotion, just his opinion, his what's it called, like I did. That was just a pure emotional response to what he was saying that made me think, like, why do I think like that? Because we know, like in cities, me and Banana Waffle Monk was talking about that earlier, about like the tighter people are, the more dense the population is. He had this great hypothesis. I don't remember exactly what was we talking about. We were talking about culture. Oh, right, we were talking about culture, and that culture gets more, what's the word I'm looking for? Group focused in denser, where the people live more densely. I'm simplifying Banana Waffle Monkey's words here. I'm sorry. But that was the quite idea, and we figured out, well, we thought about it, and we do know that in the cities, in urbanized cities. Banana Waffle Monkey says, I think we talked about it as differences between East and West. Yeah, I mean, we were, because we said that the East were more group focused and West were more individualistic. I think that's where we ended up, kind of. And then Banana Waffle Monkey had the idea that they had denser population. That's a reason. Node Runner says there's a great book called Thinking Fast and Slow. I think people are thinking too fast about these political issues. Yeah. I haven't read the book, so I only go by the words fast and slow, and I would differentiate even more because, like I did, it was an emotional response. Like, no. And I mean, emotional responses are fast and more rational and looking at the stats and stuff like that and thinking it through is slower. So maybe, but I would do the point out the emotional response, and that the emotional response usually is not super helpful, while the slow, more thinking and methodological approach, slower one, is usually better. Well, now let's change that language a bit. It's not better. I like that approach more. I wouldn't make an assumption on either was better or worse. Just I like the slower approach more, and my opinion is that I would like if more people spend more time doing the slow approach. I mean, we are emotional beings. Our first initial reaction to any stimuli is an emotional reaction. And then we start thinking it over. Node Runner says, on the whole, humans are incredibly good at making bad decisions indeed. Well, again, I would change that language because the decisions themselves, well, bad or wrong, can't really say, because they allow emotions and moral values to prevail over good sense and simple mathematical calculation. We make snap decisions based on our intuition, fast thinking, and emotions, and often believe our intuition is superior to logic or slow thinking. Actually, even though I agree with the consequences of what Node Runner explains here, I would not put it in people's mind like we make snap decisions based on our intuition, and I add, and our emotions, our fast thinking. And then he says, and often believe our intuition is superior to logic. I don't agree with that last statement. I agree with the first, that we do make snap decisions and snap judgments based on emotions and intuitions. But I wouldn't, I'm pretty sure that most people would agree that slow thinking is superior. Even though we don't do it. I mean, doing it is one thing, thinking about it is a complete other thing. And I also would want to point out that it says that good sense and simple mathematical calculation. It's like we have this word called common sense, this idea, and simple mathematical calculation. The thing is that common sense is not very common, and it's not easy. Like good sense is not easy. It takes work, it takes practice. You need to learn it, just like math. It's not intuitive. You need to learn it. It takes time. And calling it, maybe he purposefully did not call it common sense and instead called it good sense, since he thinks it's better sense. But it's difficult, and I think we should have empathy, sympathy, always confuse the two. Have that for people who don't come to the same conclusions as us. That good sense and simple mathematics are not simple. It's difficult, and we should treat it as such, I think. Node Runner says clearly fast thinking has its place. We have it for a reason, yeah. It helped us evolve and survive as a species, indeed. Oh, look, a lion. I wonder, it looks hungry. Maybe it just has a thing stuck in its paw. That's not how it works. It says, oh, fuck a lion, run! Right. Slow thinking is harder and takes more energy. That's an interesting point. Does it take more? Yeah, it should. Like, again, math. 2 thoughts take more energy than 1 thought. Oh, and Banana Waffle Monkey says something I agree with here. He says that our biology hasn't evolved with our sociology, or our technology, or the urbanization. Yeah, sociology is urbanization, I guess. We're not quite prepared for it. And that's my point as well. It's we need to learn a lot of things. Like, we don't get born with the capacity to read or count. We learn. We get born with the capacity to learn. Node Runner says it can't evolve. The timescales are all wrong. You made a point about the future earlier. That who knows? Perhaps we will be cyborgs in 5 generations' time. Then maybe we can evolve faster. Perhaps. And the thing is that I'm quite sure that the biology evolving and like how we are evolving is probably that we're evolving with the capacity to learn rather than any specific ideas. Like I don't think we'll evolve to a point where we get born and knowing math. I think we'll evolve and get further capacity to learn math. So we still need to learn it, right? Node Runner says technology and sociology need to suit us, not the other way around. Ooh, that's an interesting statement. Technology and sociology needs to suit us, not the other way around. Quite interested if I do agree with that statement or not. I'm not sure. I would say society should have like a like looking to work for as many people as possible. Banana Waffle Monkey still managed just to find a way to die. What? How? Reflect? No, you wouldn't make that mistake. Chaos damage. There we go. That's how Banana Waffle Monkey died. That makes sense. But I would agree with my core map against the boss. Rough. That's rough, dude. Maybe AFKing too much. I would agree with Node Runner that society should have a stated goal to try to work for as many people as possible. Then there are many differences between people, and I mean, here we run into the issue of politics in itself, right? That what I want and what you want differs and may not be compatible. I love utilitarianism. I love the idea of utilitarianism, but it's it's the same problem with it. Utilitarianism, for those who doesn't know, is that everything that we do in society, or everything you do as a person, it's a philosophical standpoint where you can put it in wherever you like, I suppose. But the idea is that you should always do the thing with the greatest utility for the most people. And because with that attitude, it becomes simple math. Like, problem is, how do we decide what has the greatest utility? And then you fall into the rabbit hole of epistemology again. Becomes super annoying, super fast. It's wrong over here. Yeah, it's like I would say that yes, society and technology always suits us. Like, a tool is a tool is a tool. It doesn't have any ethics into it. Like the common quote you probably heard, like, guns doesn't kill people. People with guns kill people. Right? So, like, the internet is not good or bad. It's a tool. It's how we use it. The people who are using it can make stuff that I like or dislike, I suppose. I mean, I would argue for some science for science sake, like building technology just because one can, rather than having some kind of restriction on that it has to suit us or someone. If that makes any sense. He's gonna attack me now, I think. Node Runner says, in the past, people were born, lived their whole lives, and died without any technological progress. We're living in a very small slice of time in the human timescale where technology is evolving at an unprecedented pace. I agree with those statements. If we think of the measurement of time not as fixed units, but rather speed at which notable events like technological breakthroughs occur, time is actually speeding up. Yeah, I would agree with that perspective. Wait, speeding up, isn't it slowing down then? Depends on from where you look at it, I suppose. But for a living person, time, like, compared, it's faster today and it will be faster tomorrow. Well, in 5 years from now, to be more. Time is moving at a certain pace for me today, and in 5 years it will be moving faster. So it's speeding up. Please, let's kill both of them. Nope, that's just 3 damage. And as Node Runner points out, if time is speeding up and stuff like that, then the evolution that we have made and that we'll continue to make, I mean, since it's speeding up at an exponential rate, all always when you try to talk about the future, it's only speculation. You can't know shit about what happens in 5 years. But one would assume that the best thing to do is to be adaptable, to be able to learn the new technology and the new science as best as one can. But that would be the most useful for the people. Not to get stuck now with this. Heard that it wasn't. I think it was an aesthetics quote rather than like trying to be real and scientific. But someone said that the only constant is change. You want to waste this 6 damage attack on this dude? This guy has armor, right? So I won't kill him with this attack. But it might be worth it to do all the damage. Even though this is a guaranteed kill, which makes me take less damage. Let's do the kill. Move over here. Node Runner says, can you imagine living your whole life without progress? Oh, I'm a progress junkie. I have a couple of addiction issues. Luckily for me, the addiction issues I don't have any big issues with drugs anymore. I stopped doing tobacco a year ago.
Woohoo.
And since then, I don't have any substance issues, but some people call it video game addiction, but for me, it's specifically, I need to have progress in my game. I need my character to level up. Ooh, and I'm like that personally as well. I need to level up. I need to think new thoughts, learn about the world, get new ideas into my head. Okay, can you imagine your whole life without progress? Your only goal is survival against famine, thirst, and disease. Countless generations suffering so we as a human race can exist today. I don't know if you've read Nietzsche, but Nietzsche convinced me. Oh, Banana Waffle Monkey says that's why the pandemic is so damn debilitating. Because we get stuck indoors, don't get to progress, don't get to do stuff. Our only goal is survival against disease. And again, I don't know if you've read a bit of Nietzsche here, like a lot of teenagers do. But he had this idea that, my interpretation of one thing that he was talking about. Can can't use any of these. I need to get rid of another big zap. Well, my interpretation is that what is it called? Survival instinct? Is that what we call it? That will to live is the translated words as I can. If you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss gazes back into thee. Well, that is Nietzsche, but that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about this will to power that he compared to will to live, and that people have stuff that they are ready to die for, which in itself is an argument that living for survival is not the why. This deals 3 damage to me, but I gotta do it. The whole point is that the will to live and like survival instinct is not our only drive, and it might not even, a thought experiment goes that it might not be our most important drive either, since there are things that we would die for, like some people would die for an idea, for example. Going to war wouldn't make any sense if will to live was our only driving force. So he had this idea, as I understand it, is the will to power, is that we have an internal world view and we have thoughts and ideas of how we want the world to be, and that we have a drive to push that, increase the zone of influence of our power, that we want to make our internal ideas external, and that is a driving force we all have. And that I would argue can you imagine living your whole life without progress? As Node said before, I would argue that we might imagine that some people do this, that their only goal is survival, thirst, and disease. But I don't think people only had those goals. Never did. Like, even if like every day was a fight for survival, not every waking minute was. Right? So there was other stuff going on. Banana Waffle Monkey says, the meaning of life is whatever's keeping you from killing yourself. That's Camus, isn't it? I don't know. But I would say that the meaning of life is 42, so you're wrong. Sorry, Banana Waffle Monkey. But he also says, well, I mean, Nietzsche got them started off, I think, the existentialists, and they all said pretty much the same thing, that the meaning of life is whatever is keeping you from killing yourself. So it could have been Nietzsche, could have been Camus, or that other, the ugly French guy, I don't remember what he's called. Like, it is the part, but not the totality. Oh, fuck, I've been jumping around by different ideas here, so I don't... Sartre, exactly. That's the ugly French dude. Like, it's the part, but not the totality. Oh, right. That's survival instinct and the will to power, the will to live. Like, it's part of what's being a human is, but not the totality. Exactly. That's exactly what I was going for, yeah. Banana Waffle Mug says, yeah, but Earth got blown up, so we don't even know what the question was. Sure we do. It was 6 multiplied by 9. There you go. You're welcome. yeah, a lot of those existentialists. I think we've talked about that before. Oh man, because it was Nietzsche with the dude pushing up the stone up the mountain. Some bad names, doing the same thing over and over, and that our existence is pointless. They all had different words for it. Sisyphus, yeah, Sisyphus. That was Nietzsche, I think. That a happy life is imagining Sisyphus happy. That is your goal, or something like that. I don't remember. Banana Waffle Monkey says, no, that's the made-up answer for the rats as a cover story. Oh. So now we're getting into Douglas Adams lore here, and that's not it. That the rats made up how many roads must a man walk down and stuff like that. The 6 multiplied by 9 was at the prehistoric Earth when Arthur Dent was playing Alphabet, and he just pulled out random letters from his alphabet because they had one of the natives pulled out but no. Sorry, I've got that all wrong. Because Arthur Dent was not part of the experiment. The experiment got fucked up way before the Earth exploded. The experiment got fucked up when the spaceship crashed, and they took over from the actual native beings in prehistoric Earth. They replaced them with another species. Well, humanity crashed on Earth and screwed up the experiment. And the screwed up answer question to the experiment was what you get when you multiply 6 by 9, because that was Arthur Dent who generated that question. Oh man, I read that book a couple of times. I did a lot of reading as a teenager. Oh man, they're just running away, aren't they? Cowards, all of them. However, if he stays here, I think I can big zap him. 1, 2, yeah. I should be able to big zap him. Ooh, I got to use big zap. 1 health left. That was a good move. That was a good turn for me. So, guess we heal this guy. I don't know where I'm going, so let's just go here. Interesting ideas. I really like the time speeding up idea from Node Runner earlier. I hadn't thought about reality in that way, since I am a progression junkie. I love new thoughts. There are many ways to think about time as well. I read like an argumentative text that says that, well, for people, life is speeding up, like always. Like a year for me now is shorter than a year was for me 10 years ago. It's by amount of time spent alive. We also argue that our biological age and our numerical, like time-based age, are different. Stuff like that. So Node Runner comes up with second new different type of time counting measurement. He passes. Look at this. I'm winning. I'll run here. He's gonna start running away, isn't he? No, he didn't run away. Onward! Coming. So what's this? Oh, of course. Now that I don't have the pay to win bullcrap, I get a good weapon. It's only been trash. Like when I played this game before, like this, it was only trash. Only trash all the time. We have here. Move 1, teleport. Kindler. Replay burning card, deals 1 additional damage, and ember spray. Nah. What's this? Even more fire? Perplexing ray. That's new. Target discards a random card. Interesting. Burning fingers, 1 damage. Burning damage 1. Nah. This is no fun. I don't like this at all. Like Big Sap. Like fire spray. Burning fingers gets longer range though. Silk pajamas. Is that how you spell pajamas? I thought you spelled it with a Y. Treasure. Oh, it's just gold. Divine armor. That's for this dude. We have Purging Strike and other cool stuff, so. Let's take all. Node Runner says pajamas. Oh, that is how you spell it. Look at me. Not being a native English speaking. No. Not knowing how to spell. I'm bad at spelling since the computer can spell for me, so I don't need to.
Whoa!
I don't need to be very good at 28 special adventure. So is it time to try multiplayer now? Oh, here we go. Enter musical chairs. Entries close in 32 minutes. Excellent. Multiplayer. Organize your multiplayer party. Here we go. Node Runner asks, what's my native language? It's Swedish. Swedish. Oh, let's go. Pre-made multiple. Oh. Banana Waffle Monkey says, when I'm dictator for a day, I'll implement IPA and then resign. Ah, that would be the day. Those who doesn't know, I'll IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. Did remember. Yes. We'll probably go for base 10 time taking. Oh, and metric, he says, Banana Walker Monkey. Yeah, implement the SI. That's what they're called. Sports Illustrated, International System of Units. SI. Also, math is in base 13 now, because I might as well have some fun. Oof. Worst dictator in history. That's a joke, by the way. There probably were a couple of worse ones. What's that? Oh man, I don't know these. That's meter, right? Speed, velocity. And S is time, V is velocity. Ampere? Kelvin? Mole is mole, that's chemistry something. I did read this. KCD? No idea. Kilograms. Node Runner would implement 24-hour time and metric units. I was president for a day. Oh, actually, I was talking about this the other day. I would prefer a new time-taking thing. I have a 24-hour time, and I mean, it's fine and everything, but it would make me so happy if an hour was 100 minutes. That would make me happy. Man, I don't know how to, like, I haven't really looked into how one would do it, but like, I don't know, 10-hour day, 20-hour day, night and day. I don't know. Just to have, since everything else is like base 10, why not? Well, for me it is, at least. Everything except time. And mole, of course. Mole is weird. And computers are binary. It's just, ugh. Oh, here they are, all of them, by the way. Ampere, electric unit, current. There we go. Kelvin, mole, candela, luminous intensity. That's CD, right? Candela. I had no idea about that. Luminous intensity. That's fun. That's new for me. We had Kelvin. Oh yeah, that was all of them. This is second. Wait. How is second an SI unit? How do they define a second? Commonly understood and historically defined as one lot of number in a day. This factor is derived from the division of the day of the day first, 24 hours, 36. Oh. Yeah, here you can define a second as something other than this. You could probably define a second as like a properly nice 100,000. big round number with a 1 and a lot of zeros instead of 86400. That's just annoying. Why not? Like everything else, do it simple. I don't know. It's interesting. This seems like a lot of work. Wait, no, these are all my items. Can I auto-equip? No, I just go for, let's do them in order. Arcane items are for this dude. This is gonna take a while. But I did all of this already. Nice dude. It's facing around. You can use this big set moves up. Fingers. Acid blast. No. Do not like the acid blast. There we go. Take this one down. Banana Waffle Monkey says, still get one shot. Wait. No, there's no way. Get one shot by what? Flaming circle, dude? No. There's no way. Can't be fire. Gotta be chaos or something. %400 crit multi on boss. Oh. Or something like that. Yeah, when the stars align, then you get one shot. You get that. Those all arcane items. Arcane skills now. Traveler Killer. Killer under hotspot. Spark induction. Banana Waffle Monkey is gonna look up what my actual effective health pool is in Path of Building. That is a pretty good tool. What is the sorting here? Why is the sorting like this? Level 5, 6, 1, 4. What is the thinking? Oh, it's by rarity. The green names, white names. And then it goes by level? No, just randomly. Cautious Sneak. Dash. Arcane Feedback. Ugh. Lunging Hack. That is probably for him, I guess. Simple Strike and Walk. Dash in Rusty Armor. I do like that. Perhaps a quick step on this dude. Oh, probably this armor. Same for you, armor. Alright, so that was boots, divine armor. Seems like a no-brainer. Divine item. Oh man, this is a lot of work. Minor heals. This healing blessing. Heal 3 at the start of each turn. This guy didn't heal? No thanks. So what was your actual effective health pool? I don't know what monkey. Minor heals. Here. Like this. What is Creature of the Night? When you take silver damage, add 3 to that damage. On one of those, please. This. Sure Strike Blessing. Unblockable and penetrating. Ooh. Ooh. That's pretty good. Healing Pulse is pretty good as well. Take a guess how big the hit has to be to one-shot me. Like if it's just a physical hit. Oh, probably like 20k? Shooting way over just to screw your whole thing up here. So let's say 20k. Not even close. By order of magnitude, so 200k? No. 131k physical hit. Wow. That is... Same with fire. A little bit less with the other ones, I guess. Still, that is still a one-shot. So the question of getting one-shot is not... It's not if, it's when. Quite interesting, I suppose. Means that you can always get one shot, so that actually makes me a little bit happy, since the next time I play, I'm gonna play an evasive character. And I was thinking like, oh man, I don't like getting one shot like that, but here we go. Much to do. Oh wait. Long acts of retribution. Long acts of repentance. No, long acts of retribution is what we want. Yeah. No dwarf skills. No elf skills. No. Oh, heavy armor. That's for Lefinton. Take 5 unholy magic damage. Random opponent shuffles this card into their deck. Two armor, 4 armor. 4 armor. 1 armor. That seems rude. And a gamble. However, we get 2 good armors out of it. So, it's a gamble. Helmets. No helmets? No human skill. No martial skill. Robes. I'm guessing this is robes. Yep. Two armor and 2 armor. What's this? Dimensional Traveler, 1 armor. Let's go for the red robes. Shield. Both of these dudes have shields. 2, level 6. Banana Waffle Monkey says that I took Soul of Steel. Now I can take 133k physical hit and 141k fire hit. Physical, 2k more, and a lot more fire. No kill like an overkill. Block any. But maybe draw a card. Unblock any. Banana Waffle Monkey says, be right back. Yeah, that's good enough, I suppose. I can have 2 staves. Yeah, I love the Deadly Spark. Such a great skill. Hard to block and linear. But hits everyone in a line and deals 5 damage. It's so good. Look at this. The range. Pressure. Weapon. Weapons. Do like that. That's a lot of damage. It's alright, I guess. Strong stab. Stab, stab. Penetrating cut. That looks pretty good as well. But I really like this. Pretty sure I use here. We got strong stab and a lot of 3s. Oh, we got this one. This one is probably not good in PvP. Since it's 3 versus 3. Having 2 guys next to me doesn't happen very often because shop is choose up to 2 different targets. You probably want the range. PvP. Upset dog downstairs. Oh, what's that? That was everything. Alright. So. Party not saved. Ooh. Store. Store. Party 1. Perfect. Done. Your party is not Card Hunter certified, so it cannot be saved. Please ensure your characters are legal and then try again. What? Why are they not legal? What did I do? Oh, do I know how to make them legal? Actually, let's exit. Okay. Wait. Damn it, and oh, interesting. So now I'm stuck in this screen, are I? Do I have to... Can I retrieve this? No. I store this, party 2, then we just remove everything. No? Or wait. Multiplayer party. So can I... Ah, here we go. Add to party. Add to party. And add to party. Now we save. Store party 1. Done. Done. Exit.
Yeah!
Here we go, here. Hey, let's try a multiplayer game. Don't worry, I'll be your first opponent. Nice. I kind of am. To be my first opponent, just like that. Just like single player, but you only have 20 minutes to win, so watch the clock. Wait, what? Where's the clock? Ah, here's the clock. And it's my turn to play. What did he do? I don't know. This seems like something good. Like a lot of gold and stuff. Oh, right, you can win by standing there, I know. Let's walk over here. So it is like chess. You get a timer and you can spend the time whenever you like. Let's try and push it to see what happens. Yeah, he's pushing it as well. He got way further than me. No! I want to keep the launching hack. I want to get rid of one of those. And I can move an additional step. Banana Waffle Monkey says, the families feuding, the pandemic, the hastened planning. These are all issues in Romeo and Juliet, but at its core, it's an admonition of the consequences of not being about to communicate effectively. The consequences. Planning. All issues in Romeo and Juliet, but at its core, I don't know that word admonition, but from context, I say it's just talking about the consequences, showing up the consequences of not being able to communicate efficiently, like a warning. Yeah. So I wasn't too far off. Showing up, warning. Yeah, communicating is armor. Is 2 armor. Let's spend this. Communication is difficult. Very ended around. Nice. like, not only do we have the semantics issues, like so many things, it's lost in translation from thought to what's it called? Thought to word. So semantics are important, but difficult. Then we have like the emotional part of it, that it's difficult to express your feelings. You're afraid of judgments and whatnot. Banana Waffle Monkey says, my psychiatrist told me that 80% of couples talk about their days on a daily basis. And in 90% of instances where one of the partners makes some sort of invalidating or diminishing statement, they split up eventually. If the partners make some sort of diminishing statement, they split up eventually. That's an interesting perspective. I mean, wouldn't make a black or white statement like that, because we all have bad days and do invalidating or diminishing statements all the time, right? So it depends on if, when you do an invalidating or diminishing statement, do you talk about that statement and make sure you work it out? Because if you work it out, thinking that could probably be fine, if you end up agreeing that this is not a good way to behave. Again, it's a communication thing, right? If you communicate about it, you can work it out. Because it's super easy to invalidate people just by accident. Do that on myself. You can. Node Runner says, why would you want a partner that diminishes and invalidates you? You want a partner that builds you up and makes you feel better, feel like a better version of yourself. I completely agree with that. My last relationship ended because of this very reason. She really diminished and invalidated me a lot of the time. And after that, it's like, I've heard that cliche before when they say, if you're in an abusive relationship, just leave. And I never repeat that cliche again, because I stayed in that relationship for way too long. But it's difficult also. Sometimes you invalidate people without meaning to. Like, I like the generosity principle, the charitable principle, I think it's called. Like, always assume that they didn't mean to diminish and invalidate you. And if you assume that they didn't mean that, then it becomes easier to say that hurt my feeling. I feel diminished, I feel invalidated, and then you can talk about it. Why do people listen to sad songs, Banana Monkey asks. It's easy to say we don't want to be treated like that. It's hard to actually grapple with it when it happens. I Yeah, it's hard to grapple with it. I mean, just like it is easy to invalidate someone by accident, like not meaning to, just being insensitive and stupid, I guess. It's also easy to miss when someone else invalidates you. It might happen, you know? That you won't notice that was one of the issues for me, is that I failed to see it. Like, it's like gaslighting, you know? When you get gaslit, it's very easy to miss that is what is happening.
I return.
Very fast. Time for me to pass, or should I take a step forward? I'm gonna take a step forward. Relationships are difficult. People are difficult. But I can also see that, like, if it happens over and over, that people would end up breaking up. They fail to communicate. I can just tank this, I win, right? Node Runner says, when it comes to finding the right partner, I think people focus too much on critically assessing the other person instead of looking inwards and seeing if you become a better person or not with them around. That's an interesting perspective. Oof. Hurts. Let's buff this dude. Victory! I win. Hopefully they do the same and you end up with a relationship that is mutually beneficial in a way that creates a lasting bond and a better life. Yeah, and to go back on to the communication thing, you don't even have to say hopefully. It's like you can check, you can say, look inside. You feel that you're becoming a better person with me around. You can ask them, right? Communication. So important in relationships, I guess. Ooh, congratulations. But who am I to give relationship advice? Perhaps. Maybe I've had 2 like long relationships and I've failed in both. So maybe I have learned some stuff. So maybe. And though what I'm doing is not giving advice though. What we're doing is evaluating. Thinking about what do we want from a relationship. Communication, well, success, I guess, is what the long-term success even is what the discussion seems to be about. And that's what I would want from a relationship as well, I suppose. Long-term success and happiness and whatnot. Becoming a better person. That makes sense. And communication. Communications is difficult. Collect loot. Nice. Alright, Southern Madrid. I think you're ready. From now on, you can sell any items to the store, not just treasure. Finally. Got so much trash. Be careful selling things you might need later, though. If you want to buy something back, look for it in the Scarl's second shop. Alright, thanks. Node Runner says, some of my best relationships were being completely honest and communicating. And the result of that was feeling like I was accountable for my actions, and I wanted to do better for myself and for them. Nice. Pretty good. It actually makes me think about that, since some of his best relationships, it looks like past tense. Like, one thing that's difficult is to get to the point where you acknowledge to yourself that maybe a good relationship has an end as well. Target character discards all armor cards. Boiling armor. Linear magic acid. Discard all armor cards. Oof, this is pretty good. What's Hex of Dissolution? It deals 3 damage. It has 6 range. Target discards their oldest armor cards. This staff is pretty good. What do I want to replace? Not that one. This one, probably. Yeah. And sell this. And again, of course, since I don't have club, I'm not part of the club, shows up with good club reward. It's been trash otherwise. Banana Waffle Monkey says, don't just find someone who loves you. Find someone who makes you love yourself. That's interesting. I would like to append a word to that sentence to make you love yourself more. Because, like, if you're filled with self-hatred, finding someone who makes you love yourself doesn't seem like... Seems like it's... What's that? Codependency? Is that what it's called? It seems unhealthy. Like, oh no, I hate myself. The solution is to latch on to a girl or woman. Well, I'm an adult. Supposedly, I'm an adult. So there. Banana Wolf Monkey still gets one shot. Yeah, I would argue that. That's actually, I've been playing Everlasting Summer. One thing that really bothers me is that it seems like he is depressed and hates himself, and it seems like the moral of the story is just to find someone else to fix that issue instead of fixing it yourself. Node Runner says sometimes things happen, like someone moves away for school or work. Yeah. Not every end to a relationship is a train wreck. Indeed. And these bots never learn. I tell them over and over, I don't want to get famous. No, thank you. And we ban them. Yeah, school or work, or I mean, sometimes it just, like my last relationship, it ended amicably. Like, we weren't angry, we just grew apart. Here we go. Grew apart, to be cliched. Banana Waffle Monkey says, I wanted to be famous. Oh, but it was the same guy with the same link that was the other day. I thought you had already written it down. Heal 8. Now let's heal 8. I'm guessing, Banana Waffle Monkey, you say you want to be famous, but then when you actually get famous, you're gonna regret your wants and needs. Node Runner says, some of my worst relationships were based around lust or infatuation. Like, just because there's an attractive person who wants to have sex with you doesn't mean they're a good partner. I mean, can be a good partner for a while. I mean, again, a relationship hasn't necessarily have to be a long-term one. So maybe it was good for a week or 2 weeks, and then it went sour. So it became worse. Like, again, I'm talking about time again, the timing of the thing. Like, if you ended the relationship before it got sour, like a couple of weeks or months, or I don't know, but isn't it usually like that it works out? Like, if you have a relationship based on lust or infatuation, that it works out for a while till the honeymoon period or whatever is over. Boring.
Yay!
The ranked match button will always try to match you against a player with a similar rating, or me if it can't find anyone. I'm thinking, like, is these all the games in progress, or is this just I mean, a partner can mean many things. Let's do my first PvP. Like a fuck buddy partner is a partnership or a relationship as well, I guess. Alright. Oh, it has max waiting time. Node Runner says, like a drug, cheap chemical release in your brain doesn't lead to a lasting beneficial result. That's a thing I have had some issues with. Just the idea about lasting beneficial results. My mind gets stuck into a loop of trying to gain lasting beneficial results of everything. But that's lasting beneficial results are not everything here in this world. There are other things that are important as well. Banana Waffle Monkey says, okay, but, and hear me out, it feels good. My point exactly. That one doesn't have to Node Runner said, I missed this. In fact, it usually results in long-term damage when things go sour. Yeah, it'll long-term damage for sure when things go sour. My point is that if you can what was my point? If you can change your mindset, this is my hypothesis at the moment. If you can change your mindset for that type of relationship, that it, as soon as it starts turning sour, if you are able to do what you were talking about earlier, to do the introversion thing, if you're able to do that, then you can say, oh, this is turning sour, and you can end it without it becoming like really bad, and doesn't have to have those lasting, that long-lasting damage. You can skip the damage bits. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Man, I want to keep all of those. Keep all of them. But I can't. Oh, I can sap this too. Just forgot. Node Runner says that's like saying you can quit a drug before you get addicted. Like somehow you'll stop yourself in that moment. Yeah. That is pretty much what. Well, I mean, as I said, I've had addiction issues. I mean, you don't really. Addiction is something that happens within you. It's not a drug that makes you become addicted. It's you who have an addictive personality. And you can work on yourself in such a way that my point here? Armor. Node Runner points out that it's both. Yeah, for sure it's both. I agree with that. It's a mistake from my side. Of course it's both. But in a relationship, it's like, yeah, you get all the oxytocin and the dopamine and the endorphins and whatnot. But if, as you said before, Node Runner, if you can take the time and look within, am I becoming a better person? You can, like, even if it feels really great, if you can take, like, again, it's like the fast and the slow thinking, right? If you do the slow thinking, the introspection and all that, then you can stop yourself, right? If you practice communication and all those things we've been talking about. Banana Monkey says that because our brains are ooga booga. Don't quite know what ooga booga means, but it sounds like something I would totally agree with. Weird people. Don't know shit about shit. Do I want to spend my frenzy here? Yes, let's do it. Node Runner says, you get the high and you don't want to quit. You'll go from encounter to encounter having cheap thrills, but you'll miss out on the lasting partner you could have had. Oh, that kind of addiction. I mean, yeah, that's that from my perspective. I've never had those highs. I've only had 2 relationships, and both of them lasted years. There were highs and lows in those relationships for sure. But I wouldn't want to assume. I mean, I would guess, let's put it like that. I would guess that there are people who whose life would be better with just a string of short-term relationships. Right? I would guess, like, without it having to be lasting damage. If you just speak about the times, like the high relationship deals. If you're good enough at ending them, thinking that some people might benefit from that kind of life. I don't know. It's an interesting thought. For me, it wouldn't be. For me, it's. I mean, I'm a long-term kind of person, but who knows? Nodran says every relationship has highs and lows, but there's a bond there that's hopefully stronger and that lasts. Yeah, that's how I feel about it as well. It looks like I'm losing here. Maybe? Wait, no. I'm winning. Since this is, when you stand in the middle, you get victory points, and when you reach here, you win. So. Yes. Cannot be moved. No. Oh wait. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Because I want to walk over. No, I should have taken that spot. I wanted to use the deadly spark on both of these guys. Screw that up. So do I use it on only the one dude? Wait, no. I'll walk over here. And I'll do the fire spray over here. And since I'm standing like this, there's no way I'm gonna do. Well, I have 25 health, so I'll be able to use the deadly spark either way, so let's save it for a little while. I mean, a lot of people do drugs without becoming addicted as well. I mean, it works out for them. Like, not every person who drinks a beer becomes an alcoholic. That's me, Wingman. Yeah. Runner do drugs without becoming addicted. I've stopped doing all of them because I do have that issue. All right, the physical, like the cravings and whatnot, but still able to quit. Yeah, I have that with coffee. I have no issue. I can drink coffee and I get, the jitters. Well, I don't like coffee, but let's say energy drinks. I can just stop doing it. Tobacco, though, that was rough. Tobacco was rough. I had been doing it for 20 years. Then, as soon as I made the decision, it was like, it was a rough couple of weeks, and it's still a bit rough from time to time, but most of the time it's just fine. If I made the decision. Node Runner says, I've never tried a serious drug, but caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, no problems. Well, I mean, serious in the consequences. Quitting nicotine is one of the rougher ones to quit, as far as I understand. Banana Waffle Monkey can't function without 3 to 5 energy drinks a day and a half pack of cigarettes. Sure you can. Straight up can't get out of bed. I promise you that you can. If you want to quit, you can, and you can function. Like I quit sugar. Not like quit, but like no energy drinks, no sodas, no cookies, no candy, no nothing like that. And I can function just fine. I promise you that you can as well. And probably I can't say for sure. Probably feel better for it. You have a heal. And all right armor. 3 on that. Heal 8. Heal 5. I'd rather heal 8. Actually, let's keep that since it's better than all of the stuff I have. I mean, it's like when I quit sugar, that's in response to Banana Waffle Monkey saying that he straight up can't get out of bed. When I quit sugar, I spent, I think, a week in bed sleeping, pretty much sleeping all the time. I was so tired, just sleeping. In the end, it solved my other sleeping issues. Human skill. Oh, nice. Do I have 2 humans? I do have 2 humans. What is this? Dash T. Push 4 other allies. Push 3 other allies. Like a move. Seems like a supportive thing to do, doesn't it? Humans are very adaptable, so you can do a lot of things. It just takes a little time to adapt. And a little bit of willpower for quite some time. Node Runner says, that's true. Nicotine is one of those physically addicting substances. Quitting means dealing with some effects. But I found it wasn't really as hard as people say. However, and this is important, I still have cravings. Yeah, I mean, the physical effects, you run out of those, and it's like they say, the first 3 days are the worst, and then the first 3 weeks. But after that, I mean, the physical effects are over. For me, it was the habitual, like, habit-inducing ones. Like I had, I didn't smoke, but I had got snus in Sweden, if you know what that is. We got tobacco under our lip. And I spent 20 years spending some of my sleeping hours and most of my waking hours with the lower of my upper lip filled with snus. So it was like it was always there, then it wasn't. So the psychological issues were worse for sure. habitual cravings as well as habitual. Wait, what do I have? Oh, dash team. Oh, great. Do I want to go all the way up here? Oh, can't I? Kind of want to see where it can shoot. Probably safer to stand here. A dash team is great. Node Runner often dream about going to the store and buy nicotine. It's disturbing, honestly. Oh, even after all this time, my brain still reminds me. Yeah, I get that as well. And disturbing is a good word for it. Indeed. Mail. Think. 4 armor and keep. Yeah, I'm keeping that. Oh, let's get rid of Bludgeon. Get rid of Fire Spray. There we go. How much damage have I taken? Not a lot, I don't think. 4. Minor heal is heal 2. Alright, so. Frenzy! Damage. 5 damage. Not quite yet. Don't mind read. What's this again? These cards are. Oh, I should have done this before I started attacking. That's 6. Don't need to heal quite. 6 up. Then I might as well wait. Let's pass. 8 damage. Oh, that was a lot of damage. So let's see, late. Nullified. Have you heard of artbreeder.com? Like the name. It's kind of like this person does not exist, but it gives you tools to really control the output. It's just not faces either. You can generate landscapes or hybrid wolf, hamster animals. This one requires an account to use. That actually sounds like fun. I think the coolest thing I've ever programmed was a haiku generator. So you just press the button and then you got a randomly generated haiku. Just thinking about that. Art generation is like super much way cooler. I mean, I spent a couple of hours of creating haikus and that was fun. And Node Runner, not super surprised, but he programmed bots for video games. That is cool. What video games? And did you use them just for yourself, or did you share them with others? Go. Just go. Kind of thought that you did mods as well, Node Runner. All kinds of games, just for myself. Nice. There are, aren't there like a lot of like AI game jams, like bots game jams, where you program bots for games? I'm not a super good and not super into programming. I just know a tiny bit. Like, I can do a haiku generator. Since you're a programmer, you know how easy that is. Node Runner says, I believe you should work smarter, not harder. And if a grind was annoying me, then I would avoid it by botting. Ah, it's interesting. For me, I don't see games as work. In that sense. If I like the grind, I play the game. If I don't like the game, if I don't like the grind, then I'll just not grind. Says I wouldn't use any bots made by the community. That seems like a good way to get banned. I only made my own. I mean, in some games I would argue for, like, it depends on what game, like some MMOs. Like, I would argue against botting in EVE Online, for example. Like, then again, I guess that most people do. Like, it's like doing botting ruins the economy of the game, and the economy of the game is what makes it fun to play, right? So there are some games I would. Wait, did he just kill his own character? So weird. Well, in like, and again, I wouldn't. Again, a bot is just a tool. So to reiterate on what I was saying is that I would not argue against botting. I would argue against fucking up the economy of that type of game. There we go. You can do botting without fucking up the economy, right? Because I've been playing a lot of Path of Exile recently, and I was thinking about botting in Path of Exile. I don't see an issue with it, unless you fuck up the economy. Right? If you don't fuck up the economy, I don't see an issue with botting. Node Runner says, I never got into EVE, but I used to play an MMO called Trove. Oh, I like Trove. I did play a little bit of Trove. I didn't bot it, though. I only found duplication glitches and reported them to the developer. RuneScape is probably a good example. Game is a damn Skinner box. Oh, botting massively fucked up the PoE economy. Yeah, I mean, it's not the bot that screws up the economy. It's the people who get all the, like, they play the economy as well. Just botting doesn't fuck up the economy. It's botting and fucking up the economy that fucks up the PoE economy. Exalts drops from 100 to 180 chaos to 60 to 90 chaos orbs when they kill the chaos recipe bots. Yeah. That is kind of my point. That that's again. That if they bought and sell all the stuff, then can ruin it for other people, and then I would argue against it. But if you just like solo self-found, for example, a solo self-found bot doesn't screw with anyone, right? Again, the tool is just a tool. It's what the person does with the tool that's the issue. Node Runner says there's a game called Tower Unite that I built a bot for. There is no economy. All the money and items you earn is for you only. That I can. I mean, and there we go. There's not only you skip the grind, like work smart, not hard. You also get the fun for you is building the bot, right? I've actually thought about that, building bots just for fun and learning and for nothing else. I have no idea what Tower Unite is. But yeah. Banana Waffle Monkey says, as long as it isn't impacting the start of the league races, then an SSF bot is fine. I would argue that it isn't impacting the league at all. Fucking with the economy in those types of multiplayer economy games. I mean, EVE is way worse than, but Path of Exile, it is an economy game if you play the trade league. But if you bought, I mean, I don't see an issue if you bought, but you shouldn't trade, like either trade or bought. It's like, no, the races ladder, Banana Waffle Monkey says, no, the races / ladder. When there's a row, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That again, that's the PvP aspects of the game. Like, that is the PvP aspect of Path of Exile when racing. Yeah, in solo self-found, that would be a dick move, right? Tower Unite is a multiplayer virtual party world. Oh, like Second Life, kinda. You can play various games, but with games, okay. Earn money and buy items to decorate your house and character. Yeah. There's, I know there's another popular game like that. Like Missile. How to block any. That is a pretty good shield. So since they're probably target the healer, we'll put this on the healer. Sure. What's this? Martial skill. This one here. Seems good. It's a successor to Gary's mod Tower. Right. Take all and finish. Time is it? 11:12. Alright, I've done some campaigning and some PvP, and I'm gonna see if I can scare Banana Waffle Monkey away and play a little bit of Everlasting Summer